Brendan, let's get your initial reaction to that game.
It feels like a 3-0 loss. Yeah, it's our 7th or 8th or maybe even 9th in all competitions clean sheet, which is great. And I just said to the team, that tells me that we're all doing the hard work to prepare tactically, mentally, physically. They're putting tremendous effort into the performance. But we aren't showing the right intent in the attacking third. We're not, when we beat the last defender, we're not turning downhill at the goal. We're settling for service, and teams can just drop and frame the box and cut service out in those moments. So we need to do more in the attacking third. That's not a secret at this point. We've been shut out way too many times and way too many times on this field.
You talk about needing to do more in that attacking third. You want to think about do that with the guys you have, or is it time to make a change?
That calls for any number of things. Changes. I mean, we're a very, very stable team, though. So changing too much doesn't make sense and would be rash. But it might be, challenging individuals to do things that they might not be comfortable doing until they understand that they're capable of doing those things.
When you look at those individuals in attack, Mishi, Augie, Barry, Coffey, Sadat, guys who have not really scored a ton of goals, who is it that you think really is the one that needs to take the biggest step forward here?
I think it's collective. I certainly wouldn't single anyone out publicly or privately because I don't think that's the solve. I think the solve is very collective. It's a mindset. It's an intent to be in certain areas and commit to certain habits that we aren't showing. And we talked about 3 specific ones in there. But those are things that I don't necessarily want other teams to key on, but we need to key on those 2 or 3 things and make those simple habits show up on a daily basis.
What is it, you look how successful this was across the summer last season and it was really clicking to now. What is the biggest thing that has kind of gone astray or gone missing there in attack?
On the attacking side, I think it's one, Kyle got very hot last year and Mo got very hot at the same time. And when you have 2 attacking pieces like that, it brings a whole new belief to the rest of the group. And right now, we're ice cold across the front 4.
You said that things are obviously going really well defensively, so many clean sheets, and tonight it didn't really seem like New Mexico had a ton of really good opportunities or a ton of really good makes a goal. What is it that has worked so well to just have that unit working just collectively producing those great results?
It means a lot. It probably means more than having a free-flowing attack in my mind, because it gives us the foundation to go and win a game anywhere, at any time against any opponent. But on nights when we display that the way we did tonight, for the most part, yeah, they had a half chance here or there, but for the most part, the game was on tilt and we didn't take advantage of it, again, just like Tulsa.
Despite the red card, it didn't really seem like New Mexico got on the front foot there in the last 4 minutes or so plus stoppage time. Did that kind of light a fire under the guys, or is it just you're so in control of the game that nothing was going to disrupt you?
Yeah, I don't think a fire needs to be lit because these guys are ready to compete every day and training every day. Away, home. We've lost 1 game at home. We've lost 1 game away, and we're like 13 competitive or 12 competitive games between the Cup and the league. That's, if you had told me that at the beginning of the year, I'd say, yeah, where do I sign? But unfortunately for us, when we've been as unproductive as we have up top, and that's not just our front 4. I want to make sure that's really clear. That's quality of set piece. That's people selling out, who's contributing goals, like Diz did against Detroit. Those are key moments. Like Diz won almost every first contact tonight on throw-ins, and no one won second contact one time that I can think of. That's desire. That's competing in their box.
All right, Seb, thanks for your time. That's another clean sheet. Something like 8, 9 now in all competitions for the defensive unit. How's that feel as a collective accomplishment?
Yeah, I mean, I think it feels great. I know you mentioned the defensive unit, but I think it takes the whole team to do that. The midfielders, the attackers are all doing well pressing-wise, which helps us defenders a lot. But yeah, it's a great accolade, something awesome to have, and Anthony also helps a lot with that. But definitely felt like we left a little bit out there tonight, and the clean sheets are great, but sentiment of the group really was missing out on 3 points and trying to get back to winning ways.
Yeah, you talk about missing out on 3 points. Obviously, the clean sheet is part of that, but you got to score some goals. What's going wrong in terms of getting forward, getting those goals like you were last season?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just look at myself in the mirror for this game. Service for me wasn't great tonight, and get back to the training ground and work on that. But yeah, I mean, I think we just gotta click a little bit more, be more ruthless in front of goal, and take the chances that we get, because we're creating chances. It's not really for a lack of chances, you know. So we can obviously always create more, but I think just being ruthless in front of goal and taking those half chances and bearing them is something that we can improve on for sure.
You mentioned service. Obviously, last year your service was really locked in. This year, you mentioned maybe a little bit lacking. What's kind of missing there for you on an individual level?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think that's just me. You know, like I gotta combine with the guys around me. Obviously, I have a few new guys I'm playing with, but still trying to feel them out and kind of get working with them. But yeah, just I feel like I have the same service, you know, but just it's always something you're working on, you know, just trying to stay sharp, and that's something that I'm continuously working on and just improving to be better.
Then looking ahead to the next game, if you got one thing that you want to fix between now and then as a group, what is it?
Yeah, I would just say ruthlessness, you know, like I feel like we did a lot of things right tonight, but we also have to put the goal in the back of the net at the end of the day, you know, and that's just as much as the attackers. It's also the midfielders and defenders, you know, just like a clean sheet is, you say defenders, but it's also the midfielders and attackers. So it's just us as a whole unit. We have to be able to generate chances and then finish them off.
Let's get your quick reaction to that result.
Yeah, I suppose disappointing really. Good crowd here tonight, and a good home fixture for us that we were really looking forward to, and thought we could take 3 points. So overall, I suppose disappointing not to win, and feels like we two left behind rather than one gained.
Obviously, clean sheet's great, but lack of goals going forward. As an attacking player, what are you seeing as the biggest miss there in terms of scoring?
Yeah, that's the nail on the head with us at the moment. We've got a lot of clean sheets to build off. As a unit, we're really strong defensively, but ultimately, as attackers, we've got to start taking our chances and taking the game by the scruff of the neck and putting the ball in the net, because that's what we get paid to do, and that's our job. So we've got to start doing that sooner rather than later, because everything else seems to be done to a really high level, our performances. But yeah, we're missing that little bit of luck maybe at the moment, and that extra kind of yard that we need to go to put it in the net. And yeah, it's just another one of them nights that we didn't do that, so it's overall super frustrating.
And coming over from the League of Ireland, what's really stood out to you about the USL Championship in terms of the level of competition, the level of play?
Yeah, I don't know where to begin. It's obviously there's so much to go into it. The standard of team week to week is completely different. Then the standard of our own team is super high, and the travel and different stadiums and stuff. You're playing on different grounds, as in turf to grass to baseball fields to everything. So that plays a part. But it's just been overall super enjoyable for me. Obviously took a hit with being injured for a while there, which was frustrating as hell. But it's just been a great kind of, I suppose, journey so far for me. And I really want to keep kicking on now and start putting back-to-back performances in and start scoring goals, because that's really what I want to do, and that's what we're lacking at the moment.